Welcome to our weekly discussion of all things current in California politics. I'm Walt Gray, joined this week by reporter Emily Hoeven, political columnist with the San Francisco Chronicle. Emily, so good to have you back here on this Sunday morning. A lot of bills are going to the governor's desk right now, and he's got a short amount of time to decide about them. What are some of the hot ones?
Yeah, so lawmakers closed out their session for the year this past week, and they've sent hundreds of bills to his desk that he now has about a month to decide if he wants to sign them or veto them. And there are a lot of very controversial ones, but some of the ones that have definitely caught our eye are a bill that would actually decriminalize the use of psychedelic drugs, partially for use in for severe mental health issues, but then also just allowing people, adults, to possess it and grow it and have it in small quantities, which I think will be very interesting given the governor's possible presidential ambitions and how that might play in other states. There are also a lot of bills dealing with gender identity in schools and book bans by school boards. And so I think we'll have to, see what the governor decides to do in those cases, too.
You also have a column, an opinion column coming out about California's election reforms. What are you saying?
Yeah, well, so lawmakers are also dealing with a lot of election reforms this year. And the governor actually already signed a bill into law that actually makes really significant changes to California's referendum process. So that's basically, when lawmakers pass a law, people can actually qualify a referendum to overturn that law. And there are things it's worded kind of confusingly on the ballot with yes, no, but people never know if yes means keep the law or overturn the law. So the change would actually say keep the law or overturn the law. And it also allows people that qualify a referendum to remove it from the ballot if they're able to reach a deal with lawmakers before. But all of this to say that I think lawmakers missed a really important chance to make California's election process more transparent. They have killed, for the latest time in 15 years, a bill that would have transferred the power to write ballot measure titles and summaries from the elected attorney general's office to the independent and nonpartisan legislative analyst's office. And there's a lot of evidence that there's some skewing in how those measures are presented based on the political party of the attorney general writing it. And I just think it would serve voters much better to have a nonpartisan entity handle those.
The governor is also sort of lining up a plan B if Dianne Feinstein does not complete her term. A little controversial.
Yeah, he made headlines yet again this week because he said for the first time that if Dianne Feinstein were to retire, he would appoint a black woman as caretaker for her Senate seat. And he had said before that he would appoint a black woman, but he hadn't specified that he would appoint someone with the intention of just filling that seat until the 2024 election, rather than someone who would actually, run again in 2024. And that especially angered Barbara Lee, who is the only Senate candidate right now who is a black woman. And she felt that, the governor was walking back his promise to a very loyal segment of the Democratic Party and basically just giving them a consolation prize. But, from Newsom's perspective, he already appointed our previous U.S. Senator, Alex Padilla. So I don't think he wanted to be seen as appointing 2 out of 2.
All right, Emily, thank you. Good to see you as always. You can reach out to Emily Hoeven if you'd like to. She's at emily.hoeven@sfchronicle.com.